Okay, boys and girls, reading please, week 2, page 327, please. This is a collaborative discussion. Respond to the text. Look back at what you wrote on the prepared to read page. Tell a partner or brother, sister at home, or your parents 2 things you learned from this text. Then work with a group to discuss the questions below. Refer to details and examples in the history of communication to explain your answers. Take notes for your responses. When you speak, use your notes. All right, boys and girls, so they want you to go back into the text, use text evidence, please, to answer the following questions. You can work with a brother, sister, mom, dad, and you can have discussion, or you can just respond to the questions, type your answers, remember using your Doc Hub app, and submit to your Google Drive, okay? Says here, number 1, reread pages 312 through 313. What does the growth of the printing business tell you about people's interests at the time? And if you go back, boys and girls, 312, 313, it was that first form of communication, which was printing press, books, newspapers. So because millions of people were receiving these books and newspapers, magazines, 20,000 sheets per hour, boys and girls, what does that let you know? What do those numbers tell you about the interest in that form of communication? What does the growth of the printing business tell you about people's interest at that time? So, boys and girls, at the time, what does that tell you with all those books being published, all those pages being printed? What does that tell you, boys and girls, people's interest in those items? Number 2, review pages 318 through 319. Which features made radio an improvement over the telephone and the telegraph? So once again, boys and girls, please go back to page 318 and 19. We're about the radio. And how was radio an improvement from the telegraph and the telephone? Find some text evidence, please. Why was radio better than the telegraph and a telephone? To answer that question, please. Okay. Number 3, think about it. Which of the inventions are based on an earlier invention? Which of any of the inventions that we read about in the selection, boys and girls, which one was created because of an earlier invention? It just made the invention better, and it got an idea from the earlier inventions. Which inventions did that? So please, boys and girls, once again, when you answer these questions, you use your Doc Hub app, and you write complete sentences, please, and submit them to your Google Drive. Okay, let's go to the next page, please. Page 300, page 328, please, boys and girls, 328. And this one, they want you to write an advertisement. Cite text evidence. Prompt. In the history of communication, you learned about how inventions over the years make communicating with others faster and more effective. Imagine that you work for an advertising agency. Choose one of the inventions from the history of communication and create an advertisement to explain how this invention will help people communicate. Include a diagram or drawing to show your ideas. Don't forget to use some of the critical vocabulary words in your writing. All right, boys and girls, so they want you to pretend that you work in an advertising agency. That is the company that makes commercials, makes ads, and they want you to promote one invention. So of all the inventions that you read about in the history of communication, pick one. You're going to make an ad, like a poster, trying to sell it, convince people to buy it. So please draw a diagram of it or a drawing of it, and use some of the vocabulary words that we learned. And what you're going to write on that poster to promote people to buy it, that they need it. Okay? Plan. Make notes about important details about your chosen invention, then explain how it will help people communicate. So once again, under the Doc Hub, write some sentences here, boys and girls, about the invention that you chose and how would you make people buy it? Like, what are you going to say that is going to help? How is it going to help their communication? Right? Now write your advertisement for the invention. Make sure your advertisement introduces the topic clearly, uses facts and details from the text, uses correct spelling, ends with a concluding statement, includes a diagram, drawing, or other visual element that helps readers better understand the invention. So this is where you would write your advertisement, boys and girls. And once again, please use your Doc Hub and your add a text and type your sentences and submit it to your Google Drive, please. Okay. Thank you, boys and girls. Oh, sorry. This is examples of advertisement. I like this one. It's a it's a ketchup bottle, but they made it look like a tomato, sliced tomato. So no one grows ketchup like Heinz. That's cute. This one, real cheese people know which snack leads a protein pack. So they're trying to convince you that cheese, between these examples, cheese has the most protein. Again, they're an advertisement, boys and girls. Their purpose is for you, the audience, to the buyers to go buy. And so I love this one. Donuts, or Simpson. So be creative, boys and girls. You can use a sheet of white paper and draw it and make it into a little poster, trying to convince the buyer to buy the invention you're trying to promote, to sell. You can take pictures of it, send it to your Google Drive, or send it to me via text. Okay? Thank you, boys and girls.